It's been a little while since I've done an update video, and here I am doing a video to update you, so I guess it's an update video. Done. There's been a few crazy things happening in my life and around the world. Not all of that is new, but what is new? Well, unless you've been living under a rock, and one that hasn't been picked up and slung at someone else. We, as a country, have kind of dragged ourselves and some of the more vulnerable and I think valuable members of our society through the mud. I'm of course talking about the same-sex marriage postal ballot survey thing. The results of that have come out, and to no one's real surprise, but to a lot of people's great relief, it's a yes. So congratulations, we can now all go out and get... So yeah, unfortunately not every Australian is able to yet marry the person that they love. I'm gonna not get cynical and talk about what I think might happen when politicians, I should say, take over, or at least the ones that we decide to fucking put into power. And in the meantime though, a lot of people do seem to be getting very happy. And I was at PAX the other week, and that made me very happy. It was lovely to get out, and it was lovely to see how much enthusiasm there is, and how excited people get about this. And it is really a big event. It blows me away how much excitement and interest there really is around the industry. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I did my best this time to stay away from digital games. There was plenty of really great indie stuff, but I spent as much time as I could around kind of tabletop area. Played some kind of interesting physical games, but I also stumbled upon this really competent retro area setup. They would have had 20 or 30 different retro systems. I got to play the two first consoles that I ever owned, which is the Atari 2600 and the Sega Master System. So I confess I didn't buy these at PAX, but I really wanted to show them off anyway. Keyrings of my first two consoles. It's a bit spooky, but at the store they were the only two keyrings left. So I felt that I had to pick them up in that case, and you know, it was an investment in little pieces of plastic. It wasn't a waste of money. On the theme of retro and the theme of going back in time to my past, I've been spending some of my time recently making a Doom map for the 1993 original, not the newfangled 2016 version, which is really fucking fun. Wonderful re-envisioning of that game. Really incredible stuff. But I digress. And I want to start sort of sharing and talking a bit more about my Doom map. And I might try and do some of that in video form. I don't know what form that'll take. I don't know if I should be doing playthroughs and let's plays, or if I should be doing little editing montages, or if I should be doing little short clips of gameplay. I've got no idea. I'm just going to kind of feel my way around that. And I think I might end this video and leave you with opening area. We can see here that we start with a couple of enemies in plain sight. That should let you know pretty quickly what the game's about. It's about shooting stuff, so we have an opportunity to shoot some stuff, and then the opportunity to move around a little bit. And then we encounter the first enemy that gets a slip on us. This is a reoccurring theme throughout the level, so I wanted to get that in there early. The nice thing about having only the pistol is that a single demon can prove to be a little bit of a challenge. The real revelation for me in making this is how simple a game Doom is nowadays. There's no cover system, there's no jumping, there's not even looking up and looking down. So I wanted to lean into that in this design, because it really is a game that anyone can pick up, whether you've played FPS before or not. It's so simple that you should be able to get hold of it. The goal of the whole opening area is really to scaffold the experience, to, you know, teach you those fundamental skills, shooting and moving. And we now come into a more open area, and surprise, the environment kind of shifts around us. We find ourselves in the middle of an arena battle. The intention here twofold. One, to give the impression of a large scale and difficult battle, and the second, to provide opportunity for the player to demonstrate their competency in both that shooting and movement. While this might look difficult, there's lots of room for movement. All the enemies here are shooting slow moving fireballs, or they're melee. Once a player understands that movement's an important part, they're going to have no trouble completing this. Jumping forward to the completion of that battle, you're probably feeling good about yourself, and you've got a moment to breathe and choose where to go next. There's some kind of scary looking directions, and you might find out what happens if you go in there. The level's quite open, and I wanted to present this opportunity for the player to really engage with that. There's a lot of different directions to take. Go and explore off here. And that's where I'll leave it for now. So I trust that that was incredibly interesting for those of you who care about Doom and those of you who don't. I don't know what I just showed you because I filmed that separately to this. But I did want to pop back in and say goodbye. And thanks for watching the video, I guess. Yeah.